ओम यहुन्तः प्रविश्यमवाचं मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना ज्ञांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं योगं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञा भक्तिविनीतयः नित्यश्च विवृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। 66 सर्वे नन्दन्ति जीवाः अधिगतयशसा गृह्णता चक्षुरादीन् अन्तः सर्वोपकर्त्रा बहिरपि च सुषुप्तौ यथा तुल्यसंस्थाः एतेषां किल्बिषस्पृक् जठरभृति कृते यो बहिर्वृत्तिरास्ते त्वक्चक्षुश्रोत्रनासारसनवशमितः याति शोकं समोहम् जाग्रत्यामन्तरात्मा विषयसुखकृते नेकयत्नान् विधाय श्राम्यत् सर्वेन्द्रियौघोऽधिगतमपि सुखं विस्मरन् याति निद्राम् विश्रामाय स्वरूपे त्वतितरसुलभम् तेन चातीन्द्रियं हि सौख्यं सर्वोत्तमं स्यात् परिणतिविरसात् इन्द्रियोत्थात् सुखाच्च पक्षावभ्यस्य पक्षी जनयति मरुतं तेन यात्युच्चदेशम् लब्ध्वा वायुं महान्तं श्रममपनयति स्वीयपक्षौ प्रसार्य दुःसङ्कल्पैर्विकल्पैः विषयमनुकदर्थीकृतं चित्तमेतत् खिन्नं विश्रामहेतोः स्वपिति चिरमहो हस्तपादान् प्रसार्य आश्लिष्यात्मानमात्मा न किमपि सहसैवान्तरं वेदबाह्यम् यद्वत्कामी विदेशात् सदनमुपगतः गाढमाश्लिष्य कान्ताम् यात्यस्तं तत्र लोको व्यवहृतिरखिला पुण्यपापानुबन्धः शोको मोहो भयं वा समविषममिदं न स्मरत्येव किञ्चित् अल्पानल्पप्रपञ्चप्रलय उपरतिश्चेन्द्रियाणां सुखाप्तिः जीवन्मुक्तौ सुषुप्तौ त्रितयमपि समं किन्तु तत्रास्ति भेदः प्राक्संस्कारात् प्रसुप्तः पुनरपि च परावृत्तिमेति प्रबुद्धः नश्यत्संस्कारजातः न स खलु पुनरावर्तते यश्च मुक्तः। The previous shloka that we studied was perhaps inspired by the Chandogya last mantra. So that is what he said. The verse that we are going to study now, 71, there are two passages, one in Rig Veda, that is something in Yajurveda. Yajurveda also there are some branches of Yajurveda. We have Shukla Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda. In both of them, so this gradation of Ananda is being listed in order to impress upon the fact that Swatmananda is something which is unbeatable by any other Ananda. So inspired by those passages, so here this verse basically summarizes the various levels of Ananda and then informs us that this Atmananda is something which is far, far, far supreme compared to any other Ananda experienced anywhere in any of the worlds. Okay. So this is what is the content of this verse. Let us read this. Anandanyascha sarvan
Anandanyascha sarvan Anandanyascha sarvan
Anubhavati nrupaha
Anubhavati nrupaha
Sarvasampat samruddhaha
Sarvasampat samruddhaha
Tasyanandasya ekaha Sakhalu shatagunaha Sampradishtah Pitrinam Adeva Brahmalokam Shata gunitaha Teyadantargatasyuhu Brahmanandasya ekosthyatha vishaya sukhanyasya matra bhavanti Brahmanandasya ekosthyatha vishaya sukhanyasya matra bhavanti Brahmanandasya ekosthyatha vishaya sukhanyasya matra bhavanti Anandanyascha sarvan anubhavati nrupaha sarvasampat samruddhaha. So though we have in Taittiriya Upanishad Sayeko manusha anandaha Teshatam manusha anandaha. So it goes on. Karma devanam anandaha, devanam anandaha, and so on and so forth. So we have a list. Shrotriyasya cha akamahatasya. So that ananda is something which is far, far, far superior for a person who is Shrotriya and Akamahata. So, Kamena hataha, Kamahataha, Na Kamahataha, Akamahataha. That is how we need to understand the term. Okay. A Shrotriya is one who has studied the Shrutis and who also practices certain things as per the injunction laid down in the Shrutis. But mere Shrotriya does not ensure you the Ananda, and therefore the Shruti says Akamahatasya cha. Cha means and. So not merely Shrotriya ensures Ananda, but Akamahatatvam ensures Ananda. Okay? So this Akamahatatvam is something which is very, very important. So Akamahatatvam means so not swept by your desires. Okay. So hata means someone who has been really beaten by desire. Okay, coming under its spell. So akamahatasya shrotriyasya saha anandaha. So it just goes on. So it says that this is some quantum of ananda, then 100 times this ananda, then 100 times this ananda. So all these anandas are available for whom? Shrotriyasya akamahatasya. At every stage of ananda, so in the centesimal system, so jump 100 fold. So finally he says, so akamahatasya saeko brahmana anandaha shrotriyasya cha akamahatasya sayaschayam purushe yascha savaditye. So that is how Taittiriya Shruti describes. Here, this verse seems to have been inspired by the Brihadaranyaka Shruti, because the words that are employed in this verse are somewhat closer to the words that are seen in the Brihadaranyaka. I will read that passage in a short while. So what does he say here? Anandan yascha sarvan anubhavati nripaha sarvasampat samriddha tasya anandassa ekaha. So we use the word quantum nowadays. So quantum is basically some unit, okay, some measure. So the quantum of ananda is stated to be one. Which quantum? Nripaha sarva sampat samriddha yad anubhavati. Okay. So nripaha anubhavati, he doesn't say, because all kings need not be happy. Okay. And sarva sampat samriddha, then also he need not be happy. But the sampat we have to understand. So that is why Acharya simply does not say. Everyone wants to become so the king of something. Okay. So then he says sarva sampat samriddha. Dhritarashtra was there. Okay. So he had this problem. Okay. So eyes are not there. So something may not be there, this may be lacking, that may be lacking. In fact, there is a... so here basically what he says is, so this ananda, sarva sampat samriddha, if you say, so there is a verse, no? Yes. What is that? Arthagamo nityam arogita cha priya cha bharya priyavadini cha Vashyascha putrorthakari cha vidya shajjiva lokasya sukha nirajan. So sarva sampat samriddha anandaha, when you say, so these are the sukhas which are being sought after by people. Arthagamaha nityam arogita cha. So this should also be there. So you have all sampat samriddhi, but if you are rogagrasta, then nothing can be enjoyed. Nityam arogita cha supriya cha bharya. So having a loving wife is also a sampat. Okay. Having a wife who will be always sweetly speaking is also a sampat. See. So that is what says. So sarva sampat samriddha. A caring husband. You can take it the other way around. Priya cha bharya priyavadini cha. So all this may be there, but son may not be listening to your words. He may not care for you. So there he says, Vashyascha putraha arthakari cha vidya. Arthakari vidya shajjiva lokasya sukhani. Hey Rajan. So you saw how the verse addresses, O king. So these are something which one needs for being happy. So what was problem with Dhritarashtra? The Duryodhana was not listening. There are other problems, but major problem was Vashyascha Putra was not there. So any of them is not there, so it's a problem. Okay. In fact, there is another verse which actually lists, there is another interesting set. Arogyamandrinyam avipravasaha. See, repeat.
Aro.
See, this Arthagamo Nityamarogita cha, so I have read long back, but only when I was reading this Vidura Niti, I came across another set of 6. You repeat. Arogyamandrinyam avipravasaha.
Arogyamandrinyam avipravasaha.
Arogyamandrinyam avipravasaha. Sadbhir manushyais sahasam prayogaha. Sadbhir manushyais sahasam prayogaha. Sadbhir manushyais sahasam prayogaha. Swapratyaya vrittirabhitavasaha.
Swapratyaya vrittirabhitavasaha. Swapratyaya vrittirabhitavasaha.
Shajjivalokasya sukhani rajan.
Shajjivalokasya sukhani rajan.
Shajjivalokasya sukhani rajan. Arogyam anrinyam. See, arogyam, this is another thing. Anrinyam means being not indebted to. Andrinasya bhavaha anrinyam. Okay, so there is no indebtedness. Arogyam anrinyam avipravasaha. So this Rama, or for instance this Pandavas, so they had all rights to enjoy, but then they had to be in exile. Okay, so that is Vipravasa. Avipravasaha. So you are isolated. Sabhyar manushyais sahasam prayogaha. So this is a very, very important gift that can give you immense happiness. Sadbhir manushyaihi saha samprayogaha. So dealing with people who are noble in nature. Sadbhir manushyais saha samprayogaha. In fact, if it is there, other things can also be taken care. Sadbhir manushyais saha samprayogaha. Then this is another interesting thing. Swapratyaya vrittirabhitavasaha. Swapratyaya vrittihi abhitavasaha. Abhitavasaha means, so there is no reason for him to fear of anything. Okay, his living is such that, so there is absolutely no need to fear of anything. So abhitaha yatha bhavati tatha asya vasaha. Okay, vasaha means the place in which he lives. So no need to be afraid of Corona, no need to be afraid of any other thing. Okay, so that is what is abhita vasaha. But what is this swapratyaya vrittihi? Swapratyaya avrittihi. So swapratyaya vrittihi is a very interesting phrase. Swapratyaya vrittihi, so this is something which is related to this. Okay. So pratyaha means jnana. So swapratyaya avrittihi. Avrittihi, this is how the word has to be understood. So swa pratyaya avritti. There are 3 words in this. Swapratyaya means one's own knowledge. This is what one gets. Immediately the meaning. Avrittihi means you keep on repeating. Avrittihi abhyasaha. So if you keep on repeating what you have to say, so will it give you happiness or will it give you unhappiness? So you have to keep on saying, so you have to keep on thinking. So that doesn't really give you happiness. Okay, it may make you only unhappy. See, even if you have to repeatedly say in an assembly or be repeatedly saying in assembly, so you may not be happy also. So that doesn't fetch you any sukha. So how do you understand this term? So I was thinking, see this swapratyaya vrittihi, swapratyaya vrittihi, suppose it is there. So he can go as per his own thoughts. So then there can be a happiness in that. You need not be directed by other fellow. you need not live with the knowledge that is being bestowed upon you by somebody else. So if you can think for yourself, then that is a sukha. So many people have this problem. They cannot think for themselves. So that way one can understand. But that is what is not here. See, avrittihi is what is used. So how do we understand? Swam you should understand as this Atma. Swapratyayavrittihi means nididhyasana of the nature of Atma. So that will give you immense happiness. So what does Shastra tell you? Ayam Atma Ananda Rupaha. Okay? So the one who has this ability to dwell upon one's own self, clearly understanding that this is the source of Ananda. So this is Swapratyaya Vrittihi Abhitavasaha Shajiva Lokasya Sukha Nira. That is what is being stated here. This Swapratyaya Vritti, this Nripa Ananda, etc. So are all minuscules of that Swapratyaya Vrittihi Anandaha. Okay, so that is what is going to be conveyed here. The Sarva Sampat Samriddhaha means this Arogyam, Mandranyam, Avipravasa, etc. All of them are taken care. If you can conceive of a person like this and his Ananda is stated to be one quantum, so then Sakhalu Shatagunaha. Okay, so that multiplied by 100. Sampradishtaf Pitrunam. So that is stated to be the Ananda of those who dwell in Pitraloka. Pitrunam means Pitraloka Ananda. Then he says, Adeva Brahmalokam Shata Shata Gunitaha. Adeva Brahmalokam. So then in the mantra you find several layers. Adeva Brahmalokam. A here means till that. Okay, Ang Maryada Bhividhyoho. Adeva Brahmalokam Shata Shata Gunitaha Te Yadantargatasyuhu. So all those Anandas which you list as 10 to the power 2n, okay, so that n can go up to 10, some 10 to 20 or something like that, okay. Brahmalokam Shata Shata Gunitaha Te Yadantargatasyuhu. Yadantargataha means so that which is below this, so which is encompassed by this. Yadantargataha means they are within this. Brahmananda Sayekaha. So Brahmanandaha Saha Ekaha Astyatha Vishaya Sukhan Yasya Matra Bhavanti. So Ekaha Brahmanandaha Asti. Ekaha is used in the sense of something which is absolutely unparalleled. Okay. So Ekaha Brahmanandaha. So that is one Brahmananda which sort of encompasses all other Anandas. Okay. Brahmanandosthyatha Vishaya Sukhani. Vishaya Sukhani means any other Sukha that is generated out of Vishayas Asya Matra Bhavanti. Matra Bhavanti means Matra is used to refer to many things. Okay. So here Matra, you should take it as Amshaha. Okay. So Amsha means a minuscule part. So that is what you have to understand by the word Matra. So you remember the sutra? Matra. Huyamashrumasibbhyastran. Huyamashrubhasibhyastran. Okay. Anyway, Miyante. So Miyante Abhihi iti Matraha. So Matraha can refer to Indriyani. Matra can refer to a time measure. Matra can refer to, see in the Veda and Prosody, we always use this So Kala Visheshaha, a certain unit of time is referred to as Matra. So they are all defined in those disciplines. So a unit of time, a unit of length also is defined. So some people equate Matra with Angula. Anyway, a small measure. But whatever it is a unit used to measure something, okay, irrespective of which area in which you use. So a small tiny part. It is a part. Okay. So matraha bhavanti. So asya here refers to this Brahmanandasya. So for those who are interested in referring to the text back, so I will quote this. Sayo manushyanagradha samuddha bhavatyanyesham adhipatis sarvair manushyakai bhogais sampannatamaha. See, sarva sampat samriddha. So that is what he said. Sarvair manushyakai bhogaihi. By all pleasures. Sampannatamas samanushyanam parama anandaha. Atha yeshatam manushyanam ananda sahekah pitrnan jitalokanam anandaha. Then he says, Atha yeshatam pitrnan jitalokanam ananda saheko gandharvaloka anandotha yeshatam. It just goes on. And finally he says, Ye shatam prajapati loka ananda saheko brahmaloka anandaha. So here you find the same word, Adeva brahmalokam anandaha yascha. So finally he says, Yascha shrotriyo vrijino kamaha tothaisha eva parama anandaha esha brahmalokas samraliti hovacha yajñavalkyaha soham bhagavate sahasram dadam yatavurdham vimokshajiva bruhi tyatra yajñavalkyo vibhayan chakara medhapi raja sarvebhyo mantebhyaha Udarautsīditi. So this is 4th Adhyaya, 3rd Brahmana, 33rd mantra. So here basically, so a series of Anandas are being listed, and the Ananda of this Avrijinaha is the word that has been employed. So there Akamahata is the word that has been employed in Taittiriya Brahmana. Okay, so this is Brihadaranyaka. So then there is one interesting phrase that I saw in Bhagavad Pada's statement. See here the word Rathaha used. See, Sayo Manushyana Ratha Samriddhaha. So, Rathaha means Samsiddhaha Avikalaha Samagra Avayavaha Ityarthaha. Samagra Avayavaha means one whose parts are all functioning. No parts have been lost. Okay. So whether it is Indriya, Jnanendriya or Karmendriya or Buddhi functioning, whatever. So samagra vayavaha samriddhaha upabhoga karana sampannaha. And he says, there is a phrase, I don't know, this is also used, mandalik. So there is a mandalik in Hindi, some people will say. Here you see, Bhagavad Pada says, Samana jatiyanam adhipatihi svatantraha patihi saha mandalikaha sarvaihi samastaihi na mandalikaha. Na mandalikaha means this adhipatyam is only within a limited range, okay, limited number of people. Then you will not have that ananda. Therefore, samagradhipati. So this mantra basically lists that. The other thing that I wanted to tell you here was this anandanyascha sarvan anubhavati. Anubhavati is a term. This word anu, I was trying to tell you in a couple of classes before is used in several senses. The word anu. Okay. So here this anubhavati, how do you understand? If you look at this Nyaya Shastra, so they split this jnana into two parts, or two categories rather, broad categories. One category is smriti, the other category is anubhavaha. What is the definition given for anubhava? So they will simply say smriti bhinnam jnanam anubhavaha. They define smriti as samskara matra janyam jnanam smritihi. Okay, that jnana which arises in your mind, which is based on previous impressions, is smriti. Previous impressions alone is smriti. So this alone means so there is no sensory contact now established. Okay. But the other one is described as anubhavaha. Okay, but there also, even in anubhava, when you say, so if you have the sensory organs and motor organs switched off, then the antahkarana itself can generate. So the swapana, there also you use the word anubhavaha. Okay. So here the word anubhavaha, so this anu should we take as something which follows, or you take it as a rudhi shabda. So vriksham anu, ayame. I was saying that it is used in several contexts. The word anu is used. There is a sutra, yasya cha ayamaha. It is better to know. So this Kaumudi, anyway, so Kaumudi also obviously has this Panini Sutra. Yasya cha ayamaha is one sutra which has been employed. Ayama, what do you understand? Dairghyam. Okay, the length. Okay, in order to indicate that, ayamam, ayama gunam. Okay, so ayama is referring to length. So in order to indicate that ayama, this anu is used. So it's a rare usage, but it is better to know this. But there it is not a part of a verb. So that is something different. So what is the usage? The usage is Anugangam Varanasi is what they say. Anugangam Varanasi. Anugangam Varanasi means how big is the city Varanasi? Suppose one were to ask Anugangam. Anugangam here indicates as long as the river Ganga flows. You understand? Anugangam means, so here the word anu is used to refer to that. Anugangam Varanasi. So this anu is used to refer to ayama also. But generally in the words like anumana, you take it as something which follows. Okay. Aparabhave is the second thing that I was indicating the other day. Aparabhave. Anumana, inference. So inference follows some pratyaksha, perception. Therefore you use the word anumana. Paschat. It is used in that sense. There are other examples which I told you the other day. So in the sense of vipsa and so on and so forth. Here the word anubhava, I was thinking whether one should take this as something which follows, like anumana. So do we use it anugachati? Okay. So anugachati, suppose you say, so something which follows. That is how you generally say. Here one can take it that way with a little explanation from the Vedantic perspective, but one need not take it that way also. One thought which one can express here to express this sense is, so there is a certain understanding as to how the knowledge arises in the case of experiences. So the indriya helps the mind to reach that. So if you close the eyes, then mind wants to see the rupa, it cannot see. So indriya assists. So we say in Vedanta Prakriya that the mind goes out through the indriya like the water flows, okay, and it takes a particular shape. So you pour the coffee into a cup. So the coffee takes the shape of the cup. Similarly, the antahkarana reaches that entity and takes that shape. So this is how we describe this. So the antahkarana takes that shape and then knowledge arises. Now you say antahkarana's transformation into that form gives rise to knowledge. So in that sense you can say anhu. Okay, so this precedes that. So this antahkarana capturing that and then arises the knowledge. So then anubhavati. Bhavati means this occurrence of knowledge happens after that happens. Okay, and this cannot be extended to this smriti because so antahkarana itself doesn't go out. Okay, so in some sense one can understand, but as it is one can take this word anubhava as a rudhyartha also, but one can give this yaugikartha also. Anubhavati. So here sarva sampat samriddha. So these are all external vishaya sukha, and therefore you can always say so vishayam anubhavati. Okay, antahkaranasya parinamam anubhavati. Okay, so you can use in that sense also. Okay, read this verse. Anandanyascha sarvane anubhavati nripa sarvasampat samriddha tasyanandasya ekaha sakhalu shatagunaha pitrinam. Here the word gunaha means multiplied. Okay, shatagunaha sampradishtah pitrinam Adeva brahmalokam shata shata gunitaha te yadantargatasyuhu brahmanandasya eko yatha vishaya sukhanyasya matra bhavanti. So the next verse is based on some Rigveda mantra. So we'll read this verse. Yatra anandascha modaha Yatra anandascha modaha pramudaiti mudaschasate sarvayete
Pramudaiti mudaschasate sarvayete Pramudaiti mudaschasate sarvayete
Yatra sarvakamaha
Yatra sarvakamaha Yatra sarvakamaha
Syurakhila viramat
Syurakhila viramat Syurakhila viramat
Kevali bhava aste
Kevali bhava aste Kevali bhava aste
Mam tatrananda sandre
Mam tatrananda sandre Mam tatrananda sandre
Kridhi chiramamritam
Kridhi chiramamritam Kridhi chiramamritam
Soma piyusha purnam
Soma piyusha purnam Soma piyusha purnam
Dharaham indraya dehi Tyapi nigamagiraha Dharaham indraya dehi Tyapi nigamagiraha धाराम् इन्द्राय देहि इत्यपि निगमगिरः भ्रूयुगान्तर्गताय 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 यत्रानन्दश्च मोदाः प्रमुदयति मुदश्चासते सर्वयेते. So this also basically dwells with the same theme that has been mentioned before. There are various names which have been given here to refer to Ananda, and these names have to do with the names that appear in the Rigveda mantra, and they are associated with, in the mantra as per the commentaries, with different levels of Ananda. Shatashata Gunita, which was mentioned in the previous verse. Yatra Anandascha. So this Anandaha, the first level, is to be taken as the Ananda which is experienced by people who are dwelling in this world. Okay? So Manushya Loka Anandaha. So that is what is to be understood by the word Anandaha. Yatra Anandascha Modaha. So as per the description that we found in Brihadaranyaka, so the next level of Ananda goes to Pitrus. Therefore, the word Modaha should be understood as the Ananda of the Pitrus, the next level. Yatra Anandascha Modaha Pramudaha. So that is, so this group of devas, okay. So Ajana Devanam Anandaha. So then we have Mudascha, so Karma Devanam Anandaha. So these are the terms that can be associated with those Anandas, because all these words obviously mean Ananda, but then he is listing them separately. So as per the Rigveda mantra, so they are categorized as so higher levels of Ananda. So Manushyananda, Pitrananda, Ajana Devananda, Karma Devananda, so on and so forth it goes. Sarva yete. Yete sarve asate. All these Anandas, so yatra, so wherever they are finding their locus. Okay. Yatra asate, so you will always find it there in the Atmananda. So yatra here refers to that Brahmananda which was referred in the previous verse. Asate means they remain. Okay. Mudascha asate sarvayete. So sarvayete obviously refers to different categories of Ananda. Okay. Sarvayete asate yatra. So then he says aptaha sarvakamaha. All the kamas aptaha syuhu. Okay. So in which Ananda? See, after all, we need to understand that it is the kama vapti which makes people really happy. Okay. So kama is there. So kamasya avapti will make you happy. But this kamasya avapti, essentially, if you analyze from the viewpoint of Vedanta, so it leads you to a certain state in which you are not driven by something else, and therefore at that moment you return back to yourself and you are happy. So that is how Vedanta explains even that phenomenon. Yatraha vaptaha yatraptas sarvakamasyuhu. And the sarvakamaha syuhu, and here further he says Akhila viramat kevali bhavaste. Akhila viramat means, so he has trashed off all other Anandas and then sought after this Atmananda. Akhila Viramat, retiring from all other aspirations. Okay? So, but for understanding the nature of self, seeking. Akhila Viramat. So, Akhila Viramat. So, Viramaha is basically retiring. Okay? Akhila Viramat Kevali Bhavaha Aste. Kevali Bhavaha Aste means, so he is basically in the Moksha Avastha. Okay? So Kevali Bhavaha means, so remaining in one. Okay? Kaivalyam. So Kevali Bhavaha Aste. Then this prarthana which we find as if there is a prarthana. Okay? But it is not a prarthana because you find the word kridhi. See? So kridhi. See? So may you make me dwell in this happiness. It looks like as if you provide me. But it is nowhere Bhagavad Pada in the Shatashloki makes any kind of prarthana as you find in various stotras. Okay? So he is basically trying to recount a mantra, so which makes this kind of a prarthana, and that is what we will see the moment I read this Rigveda mantra for you. Mam tatrananda sandre kridhi chiram amritam soma piyusha purnam. The word soma means moon. Okay? So moon is used to refer to the Devata here. So moon is used to refer to the Devata, and this Devata is referred to, this Paramatman is referred to as Soma here because of a certain factor which is common to both. So in Shrutis we find this description, Shodashakalaf Purushaha. Okay? So moon is also taken to have the Shodashakala. Okay? So Shodashakalaf Purushaha. So it is in that sense they use the word Soma. Hey Soma. So that is how this Rigveda mantra addresses. Rigveda mantra doesn't use Soma, but it uses Indu. Indo is the word that is used in Rigveda mantra, which is synonymous to Soma. Mam tatrananda sandre kridhi. May you make me dwell in that abundant ananda. Okay? So the deep abundant ananda, may you make me dwell in that. So kridhi. Mam tatrananda sandre kridhi. So how long? Chiram. So chiram basically means long. Okay? But it is something which you want eternal. And therefore, he also uses this phrase amritam. Okay? So it will be long lasting and everlasting also. Okay? Chiram amritam soma piyusha purnam dharam dehi. Okay? So like the flow of the nectar. So may you bless me this. Okay? Dehi piyusha dharam, because this moon you always describe through this. So you use the same phrase since you have addressed the word through the word Soma. So he uses the word piyusha dharam dehi. And here there is a word Indraya. Okay? So Indraya. Okay? So Indra is considered as the Devata of. So Devata means, so Adhipati of all the Devatas. Okay? So Devadi Deva. So this Indra. So Indraya Dehi. So here how do you understand that word Indraya? So this Jiva who is the controller of various other sense organs. Okay? So Indraya. Okay. That Soma is same as Paramatma. So this Indra is same as this Jiva. So that is how we have to understand that mantra. So let me read that mantra before we conclude this verse. So there the mantra goes like this. Yatranandascha modascha pramudaha sate kamasya yatraptah kamaha tatra mam amritam kridhi. Then he says Indraya Indo. Indraya Indo Parisrava. So Indraya Indo. So that is how the Rigveda mantra addresses. Dharaham Indraya Dehi Ityagi Api Nigamagiraha. This Nigamagiraha. So Gihi Giro Giraha. So Nigama means Veda. So this Veda mantras are like this. Nigamagiraha. Then there is also a phrase which has been used here. Bhruyugantargataya. Bhruyugantargataya Indraya. So it has to go as an adjective to the word Indra. Bhru, what does it mean? So Bhru means the eyebrows. Okay. Bhru Yuga means pair. Bhru Yuga Antargataya means the one who is dwelling in between the eyebrows. So there is a certain yoga abhyasa perhaps wherein they say, so you focus as if he is in between something. Or in the chakras, I think there are various chakras. So they say this Ajna chakra is there in between. So there are various chakras. So Bhruyugantargataya Indraya. So with reference to this Jiva, so it can be understood as the one who contemplates, meditates and so on. Okay. Bhruyugantargataya Indraya Dehityapi Nigamagiraha Bhavanti. So Bhavanti. So that is not there here. Bhavanti. So you can understand. So this is how the Veda mantras are there. Or Veda, so Nigamagiraha, Uchuhu can also be added. Okay. But Bhavanti is there in the previous verse. So you can just borrow that as it is. Otherwise one has to supply something. But the most important aspect that one has to understand in this verse is Akhila Viramat. So Akhila Viramat Kevali Bhavaha Aste. In fact, Akhila Viramat, in fact, there is a very interesting verse which I am reminded of. Ganga Taranga Kanashi Karashi Talani. This Kevali Bhava Aste. So this Kevali Bhavaha and Akhila Viramat. So that can fetch something which is unparalleled. So for that there is a very interesting verse which has been given by Bhartrihari. So Akhila Viramat, even people who have to engage themselves one after the other, so they would like to take off some time. Okay, so go to some place and then you isolate yourself. Okay, with maybe very limited people or so whichever way you want. Okay. So that is what is described here by the word Akhila Viramat. Bhartrihari says it that way. This is a very interesting verse. Ganga Taranga Kanashi Karashi Talani. You want to repeat? Ganga Taranga Kanashi Karashi Talani. Taranga Kanashi Karashi Talani. Vidyadhara Dhyushita. Vidyadhara Dhyushita. Vidyadhara Dhyushita. Charushila Talani. Charushila Talani. Charushila Talani. Sthanani kim himavataha. Sthanani kim himavataha. Sthanani kim himavataha. Pralayangatani. 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 Yatsavamana parapindarata manushya. Yatsavamana parapindarata. Yeah, you see, Yatsavamana.
Yatsavamana.
Yatsavamana parapindarata manushya.
Parapindarata manushya.
Parapindarata manushya. See this, I was just reminded of this. He says, Gangataranga Kanashikara Shitalani. Kevali Bhavaha Aste. So you just go, sit on the banks of Ganga, on some sort of a rock, okay, boulder, okay, which has been made really cool. Cool by what? So the water particles that have been carried by the wind. So this is beautifully described. Kana Shikara Shitalani. Shitalani means they have been made really cool. By what? Shikara basically means the particles which have been carried by wind. Kana is small, tiny particles. So the tiny particles which have been carried by the wind, which are generated by the flow of this Ganga. Okay, Taranga means it falls from one place to other place. So the particles are generated, they are carried and they come and settle. Okay, this is how the beautiful Ganga Taranga Kanashikara Shitalani. And there many people have already dwelt. Vidyadhara Dhyushita Charushila Talani. This is another interesting poetic usage. The stones have also been made very soft for you because many people have already sat. So Taihi Adhyushitam means see, so they have stayed there. So the more you sit, see, the more it becomes soft. It has been really made beautiful. Vidyadhara Dhyushita Charushila Talani. Then he says, Thanani Kim Himavatah Pralayangatani. He basically addresses some fellow who is lamenting. So what do I say? I am really troubled. In fact, yesterday night at 11:15, a student called. And then he was repeatedly saying, I am troubled. By his advisor. Then he said, just drop. So what is this? So why? So as if the sky is not going to fall upon you. Okay? The building is not going to collapse. If something doesn't work, we have to just leave. So one cannot just... So that is what here he says. Sanani kim himavatah pralayangatani yat savamana parapindarata manushyaha. Rataha means, so they somehow try to go and associate themselves, though they are not treated properly. Savamana, see, with humiliation. Parapindarata, so someone who gives you something, some lump. Okay. So why is it that you are engaging yourself in such a situation where you are really shamed? Yatsavamana parapindarata manushyaha. So that is what is. So this Atma Akhila Virama Atma Rama. Okay. So that is what is Akhila Viramat Kevali Bhave Aste. Okay. So at least sometimes have to be. So one has to take off and then to enjoy that. So if not all the time. Okay. So that is what is being said. See. So in that Sarva Kamaha. Okay. Yatra hapta sarva kamaha syuhu akhila viramat kevali bhavaste. May you bless me, Mam. So this is what is being prayed by the Shruti. Mam tatra ananda sandre kridhi. Okay, so may you place me in that ananda. Okay, so that is what is the prarthana in the Rig Veda. And there, so you cannot go and sit there and keep thinking all about these things. So therefore, Bhru Yugantar Gataya. You understand? So having gone there, he is creating another set of problem for those people there. So that doesn't really work. Okay. So that is what is Kevali bhave asti. That is very important. So in fact, one sannyasi told me, I took sannyasa, okay, but then I have started creating problems for people around me. I mean, it was just an admission. He is a very, very fine person, lot of vairagi and so on. But because of his certain tendencies which he could not overcome. There are some people who have this problem of having some bland food which is being offered time and again. So they ask some people, so why don't you bring some pakoda for me? I'm not joking. There are some, I have seen that people. Okay, that is one kind of a problem. The other kind of a problem is your emotional maturity is not there. So you shout at people. So all that. So that is another kind of a problem. So this Kevali bhave asti and bhruyugantar gataya. These two have to be practiced. Let us read this. Yatranandascha modaha pramudayiti mudaschasate sarvayete yatrapta sarvakama surakhila viramate kevali bhavaste Mam tatrananda sandre kridhijaram amritam soma piyusha purnam dharaham indraya dehi tyapi nigama giraha bhruyugantargataya Om sarve pisakina santu sarve santu niramayaha सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्।